There is a reason why Garganacl is getting an event distribution this weekend. And in today's TviTales, we're going to be going over just what makes Garganacl so powerful and great to use. Garganacl is a pure rock Pokemon with 3 amazing abilities in Purifying Salt, Sturdy and Clear Body. And being a rock type allows you to hit Fire, Ice, Flying and Bug for super effective damage, while resisting types from Normal, Fire, Poison and Flying. With Purifying Salt as an ability, you also get a resistance to Ghost type, as well as having an immunity to statuses such as Burn, Paralysis and Poison. Despite being weak to Water, Grass, Fighting, Ground and Steel, you can get around that with Terrestrialization, my personal favourite being Flying, which will get rid of that Grass, Ground and Fighting weakness. Stat-wise, it has 500 total, with 100 in attack and HP, as well as really big bulk in defense of 130 and special defense of 90. This thing is quite literally a brick wall, being able to take several hits without going down. Not only that, but with 100 attack, it's able to make use of a lot of its moves and do a lot of damage to the opponents. Speaking of moves, it gets access to some really great ones in things like Body Press, Earthquake, Iron Head and Rock Slide. In addition to some really great support moves from things such as Iron Defense, Recover, Wide Guard and Helping Hand. However, there is one move I want to shed some light on, and I'm pretty sure we've all guessed it by now. Salt Cure is Garganacl's signature move, and even though it's got 40 power, it does a lot of damage to things that are quad weak to it, such as Talonflame and Volcarona. But the selling point of this move is it does residual damage to the opponents every turn, meaning that slowly their health will decline, and it may even result in a switch out, which could give you the advantage in any game. And if that wasn't good enough, any steel or water type that puts you at a disadvantage would automatically take 25% of their health away each turn after Salt Cure is infected, meaning that after Terrestrializing into a flying type to counter the grass, fighting and ground types, you also have a counter to the steel and water types that put you at a disadvantage. This will give you the edge in any game, and as long as you set up a Salt Cure and sit behind Protect, you should be good. This is how I'd run it in singles. I'd give it enough HP to make use of its leftovers, as well as maxing out its defense with an impish nature, and then the rest is chucked into attack, so that Terra Blast can do quite a lot of damage when it's Terrestrialized. Protect and Recover are there too, so that Salt Cure can do its job while I get leftovers healing, and then Recover's there just in case I need to get a lot of health back after a big blow. And then for doubles, I've switched over the attack for a special defense, because we're going to be using Body Press more often. Paired with Iron Defense, you're already doing a lot of damage, but then you also shut down any physical attacker that comes your way. Just let your partner Pokemon focus on the damage output, while you sit back with Salt Cure and Protect and Iron Defense and Body Press away. The versatility of conditions that Garganacl can work in is incredible. If the opponent has set up a Tailwind, it's not going to worry because it can just take the hits that will come its way. And it can work in a Trick Room really well because 9 out of 10 times you'll be going first. Not only that, but because of its ability, it can't get Toxic into a defeat, and it can't be burned, meaning its attack stat is fine. And being able to switch into an aggressive Shadow Ball or a Rage Fist just allows it to have so much capabilities in terms of setting up the next turn. In this game on screen, my Garganacl was able to take down 4 opponents just by doing what it does best. Sitting back, letting Salt Cure do the jobs, and protecting to allow for recovery. The rest of my team did a decent job in breaking Mimikyu's disguise, but the real MVP here was Garganacl, who was able to take down 3 Paradox Pokemon all by itself. So would I recommend this Pokemon for anyone's team? That is a definite yes. Easily top 5 for the best Generation 9 Pokemon, purely because it has an amazing ability, amazing stats, and if used correctly in singles or doubles, could make your opponent rage quit, which I've run into several times on the ladder. Looking at the moves again, you can do so much with this thing, and you can run it in so many different ways. Maybe you'd like to give it Stealth Rock to throw your opponents off, or just run it with pure offense with things like Earthquake and Stone Edge. So that wraps up my rundown on Garganacl, an amazing rock type that I'd definitely recommend anyone use. Definitely make sure to grab your own Garganacl using the event code that will come out this weekend to make sure that you get at least one Garganacl set up for your team. And with that said, I've been TVI Tornado, and until next time guys, look out for the next TVI Tales where I'll be discussing another Pokemon of interest.